lot of guys are crying, they're whining, they're like, oh, it's so hard to be a guy now, it's so hard, I'm never gonna get a girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Cry, 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 cry me a river. And I'm saying historically, it's actually the best time, because the reason why, for a lot of you guys that are looking to be attracted to women and understanding why is it that women don't like you, or why is it so hard for you, if you're a bottom 95% guy, you're pretty much going to have a difficult time, because all women want, what they're actually chasing after, is a top 5% man. Regardless of where a woman is in her value, or whether she's attractive or not, she still wants a top 5% guy. See, guys are a little bit different in the sense that if a guy's not so high up in the attractiveness scale, not so high up in the status scale, let's say, that he will look for a girl that he can get that's about equivalent to his level, and he'll be okay and happy with that. Of course, he would want better, but he's fine with that. But women are not that way. They have a hypergamous nature, that they want something better than they are. They want a guy that's better than they are, and they want really the highest value guy that they can get. So that's why I say a top 5% guy. Women, what is their main selection criteria? Well, attractiveness is in the equation, of course. It may make some of a difference, but the biggest one that makes the biggest impact is status. If you go into a nightclub and you see the guys that have the status, the ones that have the table, it's not just because they have money, it's not just because they have free alcohol, it's because they have the status of being in that position, or they know everyone, or they're the club promoter, or they're the club owner. This is status at play, and this makes a man more attractive.
Back in the feudal days, the king was like, okay, line up all the peasants. I'll take that one, that one, and that one. And he picked all the hot girls. And you're a peasant. What are you going to do? You have no chance. You're just getting what's ever left over if you're lucky. Or probably most guys at that time in history didn't even mate at all. They just didn't pass on their genetics. They never had any type of experience.
Imagine being a Roman citizen when there's the Colosseum and gladiators. Who's getting the nookie? It's the gladiators, and it's the senators, and it's the high status guys, and you have to fight to death to get that, right? And everyone's fighting for it. There's a big competition because men are men. That's a bad time historically. You got a lot of competition.
Think about being alive maybe 1,000 years ago when men were men and you didn't have upward mobility. Today, all you have to do, 80% of women want the top 20% of men. And I don't even want to be top 20%. How hard is it to be the top 5% of men? 1 out of 20. Can you not be better than 19 men? It's so easy. It's so easy.
All you need to do is beat out 19 other guys. That's really not that hard. 10 of them aren't even trying. 10 of them are overweight. They're not even trying to build a physique. They're not even trying to improve themselves. They're not even reading any books. They're not trying to improve themselves, to make money, to build a business, to do any of those things, to learn some actual game and social skills and overcome their fears. They're not trying any of that stuff. So by default, 10 of them are gone. Of the 10 that are left, some are genetically gifted and that gives them a big boost. But a majority of those, like half of those guys, aren't trying really hard. They've got some things that are going for them naturally, but they're not really putting in the serious amount of effort. So really, you're competing with 4 guys that have the same mindset as you, that are putting in the effort and maybe have some genetic advantages and whatnot that you have to overcome. So that's your real competition. It's not necessarily beating out 19 guys, it's really beating out 4 guys. If you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to put in the work, you can certainly do that. It is certainly within the realm of possibility. You know, I could throw up my photos here. You can see my before and my after, and you can see how I transform myself completely. And this is just a physical transformation, but if you go back and you look at some of my older videos, boom, and you see how I talked, okay, and how I looked, and then you see now, it's a drastic change, it's a complete change, okay? Total difference, my bank account, everything.
And this is another thing that blows my mind. I see all these red pill guys and manosphere, da-da-da-da. They talk all tough, but then when it comes to females, they're socialists. They want to all evenly distribute it. They're all socialists when it comes to females. No, we live in a capitalistic society. The winners win and the losers lose. I am very happy we live in a society where women don't fuck me. Why would I want that? Because I'm at the top of the food chain. So why does it benefit me for women to go, look at this nobody who doesn't try very hard, and I'm beautiful, but you know what? I'm going to go and be with it. Like, why would that benefit me or society in any way? It doesn't. The society is competitive. It's always has been, and I think it should be.
I like society being that way because the prizes go to the winner. If you can be the 1 out of 20, if you can be the top 5% of man, you get everything. You get the entire thing, rather it being equally distributed. Yep. So it gives you a goal to go for, and it's so easy with how many pussies there are today that claim to be men. It's easy for any guy who really wants to get in the top 5%. It's so easy because 95% of guys will
They're
never
neutral.
try. Even though maybe some things are hard today, it's still the golden era for guys that get their shit together.
Oh, absolutely, completely. It's absolutely the golden era.